that time. Letters. We read your letters. We read your letters every day. Well, it's not every day because I don't get letters every day. But on our YouTube channel, people are kind enough and always not so kind enough to sort of leave their comments. But I'm kind enough to respond to all of them. Chris Mouradian and Dave Whitlock. Dave, you've never been a part of this one before.
No, I can't wait to see what happens next. I've watched them recorded,
Okay.
but never been engaged with it.
All right, well, so then you know this part. I have to put on my Charles Nelson Riley glasses because I can't see short. Charles Nelson Riley? No? All right. So we are going to read the comments of the last little while. Let's begin. All right, so something about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So let's talk about that. Well, somebody's very happy about Cindy Lauper getting into the Rock and Roll Hall. That's Dixon 193. Cindy Lauper is well overdue. She started in the 70s with her original band Blue Angel. Cindy is an icon and loved by billions. Billions? How about billions, but millions might be accurate. But either way, I'm happy for her too. Thank you for the comment. On a short that was sort of cut up here, Billy Idol, rock and roll must have her ultimate 80s poser. From Johnny Johnson 1326. This is a bad one here. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame died when they started putting in crap in. They meant rap. How is Gay-Z, guess means Jay-Z, but epic rock bands still aren't? It's a buy-in organization. Cindy Lauper is your best example. LOL. Honestly, this just showed up in my shorts. LOL. Sorry?
He was LOLing, so he's clearly like happy about it. That's just the way to say that I'm going to say mean things and then, throw that in there like I'm not being a complete jackass. Everybody's got their opinion on the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and how expansive it is. But now that take was way off.
Yeah.
And inappropriate in some aspects, but that's a different discussion.
I think based on Jay-Z's wife, I don't think Gay-Z is a proper name for him, wouldn't you say? And he cheated on her. So clearly. Anyway. Steve Jump 9630 about Shedeur Sanders, a long road to proving himself. This long, okay, you were on for this one. Steve Jump had to say this. I'm so sick of hearing about Shedeur Sanders. It's been nothing but drama ever since the draft. He wasn't picked first. So what? Get over it. He ain't that great. Why are you commenting on that? Why'd you even watch this? Fuck. New comment on the Beachcombers episode I did.
It's a weird Canadian show or some crap.
Yeah, well, okay. It was a show that ran almost 20 years in Canada on CBC. So basically, not my tax dollars, I was a kid. My dad's tax dollars paid for it, and it was about a bunch of people picking up logs that fell off other big ships. They picked up logs. That's what they did.
20 years, the show ran 20 years with people picking up logs.
Yeah. A lot of people seem to like it in Canada. And this one too. From Cy Carson. You are aware that it was sold to over 40 countries and was very profitable for the CBC. Yeah, you were right. That it did sell a lot, which it just goes to show you that some people will buy crap. God damn. All right, what do we got here? This is a super. About Cindy Lauper again. This is a super long one here. From Andreo952. Super happy for Cindy. Despite the odds and lack of support from her recording company, she has persisted and followed the beat of her drums. Beyond her impressive 80s accomplishments, millions of records sold, hit singles and album, rock and wrestling connection movies, she has creatively ventured into diverse musical genres over the decade. From blues, her 2010 blues album reached #1 in the blues charts. Okay. To country, to standards. She's won Grammy, Emmy, and Tony Awards. One award short of the elusive EGOT status. I guess it means the Oscar. And she was inducted into the Songwriter Hall of Fame in 2015. Where she was never going to win an Oscar. Did you see the shitty movie she did? Called Vibes with Jeff Goldblum.
No.
Terrible. Horrible.
That I'll be honest, that sounds like an AI written review. I'm just gonna put that out there to kind of the way it mixed facts in and just kind of said, but I don't know. I'm not an AI guy.
They hit the AI button, so I appreciate that.
Yep.
About Mikko Rantanen from Mr. Bloopy 2489. Mr. Bloopy. Okay. Crazy how we single-handedly took out the Avs in Game 7. By the way, it's pronounced Rantanen.
That's what you said, right?
Yeah, I don't even know. Because like after I got that comment, then I kept listening to the commentators, and they've been pronouncing it both ways, so I don't have a clue. I'll let Miko tell.
It's your Canadian accent.
That could
It's
be.
your Canadian accent that's
That could be.
throwing it off.
Oh, here we go. And actually, this one I actually responded to. There's two of them here on Harold Ballard. Because we talked about that.
The
worst owner in NHL history.
Maple Leafs, yeah.
Ballard, yeah. So under Ballard, the Leafs won Stanley Cups in 62, 63, 64, and 67. To which I replied, yeah, when he was the assistant owner, didn't have that kind of power. So there you go. Oh, and he had another one. After I responded to that, they should tell the whole story. And I said, well, I'm the one who's talking about that, and I did. So there you go. See what happens when you only do shorts, kids? And final one about Don Cherry. Don Cherry. When did I talk about Don Cherry? It's been a while.
Is he still alive?
He's still alive. He's 94. Must have been maybe it's when because Vinny made a Hall of Fame case for him, so that might be it.
Yeah.
From Mr. Flippity. LOL. Oh, those people. I think that's sort of in reference to how Don Cherry used to talk, which was not necessarily kind to people who were not Canadians. Wasn't always he didn't translate well into the modern audience, let's say.
Man's 94. He's seen a lot of things. I'll forgive him, but always entertaining.
He was. It's a fascinating thing too, because I don't know if either of you know this. In 2003, I might have the year off. Maybe it might have been the late 90s, but the CBC, Canadian Broadcasting Corporation, for those wondering what that is, because it's the second time I mentioned that acronym, they did the 100 greatest Canadians of all time. Only one former hockey player was in the top 10. That was Don Cherry.
Who was number one? Do you remember?
Yeah, Tommy Douglas. He was the person who sort of like came up with universal healthcare for Canada. So he was number one. I forget who. There's a lot of other things where if they probably were to do it over again, they wouldn't be there. Cherry might be one. Ed Belfour is on that list. Really? Ed Belfour? I mean, of the hockey players they had, let's see if I remember. Wayne Gretzky.
Thank you.
Rocket Richard, which was especially if you're from Quebec, they could do a poll on just Quebec and he might still finish number one. Gordie Howe, I think Guy Lafleur was on that. Ken Dryden, I think, was on it. I might be wrong on that, but I know
Bobby Orr.
Bobby Orr, yes, Bobby Orr was definitely on that. But somehow Ed Belfour got on. That makes no sense to me.
Martin Brodeur, maybe?
No, but that would have been while he was still playing.
Yeah, you're right. He didn't win his first cup until like 05, I think. No, it's 95. I'm off by a decade. He won his first cup, but he was still playing.
He was still an active player in his prime, so I know he wasn't on there. It's some interesting people on there, like Brett Hitman Hart is on that.
Oh, it's completely deserved. There's no debate on that.
Oh,
Avril Lavigne. Avril Lavigne.
Oh, okay, that's an interesting one.
Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Mike Myers.
Which I could see. Yeah.
Stompin' Tom Connors.
You know Stompin' Tom?
All right.
Heard of him?
Kirk, when are you going to start your Canadian Hall of Fame for our group to vote on?
Canadian Sports Hall of Fame? There actually is one.
No, just Canadian Hall of Fame. Great Canadians.
Huh. I don't know. What class would I be in?
I don't know. Not the first.
Not the first. No, probably not. I think Pamela Anderson's even on it, but that was sort of before she became actually a decent actress. I watched that last movie she just did.
It was good.
Girl. She was good in it. Well, I was gonna say, I think that's that's the perfect movie for her.
Showgirls, yeah.
The Last Showgirl, yeah.
I've not seen it. Saw it pop up on my television as a recommendation. Do you remember around Oscar time her name being thrown out there as being a potential candidate for actress?
No, but they had to pick that one person, the racist transgender person instead.
You had the dude. Okay.
Well, I'm not gonna go there, but when they went, God. Since we're here. So you know that story, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So
no, I don't. So tell me.
There was a movie called Amelia Perez. And I forget the actress who played Amelia Perez. It doesn't matter their name, because we'll never see her again. So the plot of the film was, and I'm not going to watch it, so if I get this bit wrong, I don't really care. But I know I got the plot point right. It was this Mexican drug lord who basically, I don't know if he turned himself in, but his lawyer sort of helped him escape and then transition to a woman because that's what he really wanted to be.
The drug lord did.
The drug lord did.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And as part of her repentance, she wanted to sort of like reunite the people she killed with the deceased bones and shit. So that's the redemption story. Now, the trans people hated it because, like, are you kidding me? That's our representation?
Right.
The Mexicans hated it because it was shot in Spain and filmed by a Spanish director. Yeah. Who
didn't speak Spanish.
Did he not speak Spanish?
No.
Or was it a French director?
Who didn't speak French director didn't.
Okay, French director, sorry. Selena Gomez is in that. She doesn't speak Spanish, so when she learned Spanish for the role, all her accent was off, according to the Spanish people. I don't fucking know. But not just her, a lot of other people. So the Mexicans hated it. The trans people hated it, but hey, look at all these boxes we're ticking. It's got to be great. And then, to make things worse, when they did, so after all of this, they built up this film. This lady won the Golden Globe. And then they did some searching on her Twitter.
That never ends well.
It never ends well. Yeah, so basically, not only is she anti-Muslim, she was actually live tweeting during a few Oscars saying how it looks like a BLM rally. Or something to that effect. So she was massively offensive. And that's what you get. And it pretty much cost her the Oscar because they would have just loved to have given it to her. And instead the Oscar went to, I don't know, because I fell asleep. Pauline made me watch it. My wife made me watch it.
Mikey Madison from Honora, I believe. Mikey Madison from Honora, I believe. I might have been covering my mouth there.
Oh, okay, yeah, the film about a Russian prostitute. That's because that's so much more fun.
Yeah. Demi Moore with her performance in The Substance should have been, of those nominated, should have won. Mikey Madison's performance was fine, but Demi Moore really, I think, stood out in that category.
Yeah, if I want to see a Russian prostitute, all I have to do is sort of go on Google. It's not that hard.
All right, yeah, here we go.
I'm
just surprised that none of these publicists introduced their clients to tweet delete.
The PR person,
yes,
whoever they hired, botched this completely because that they could have solved that so quickly. But anyway, so like when I get canceled, all I have to do is sort of like watch my videos. Actually, how am I going to cancel? I'm still a public figure. Anyway, all right.
So you tell us.
I've rambled on enough. Maybe make today count because it never comes again. Take care, everyone.
See ya.